What we're doing today is we're heading to the shop to pick up some milk on the way back. So, usual route, we're doing the steep up the hill first and then a slow coast down. So it's downhill all the way from where we reach the crest. Now then, I don't know that last time I showed you what was the old college buildings of what was the old teachers' college, which is here. Somewhere there is a photograph of the Graf Zeppelin Hindenburg flying over the college buildings. The buildings are still there, but it's now all residential, and the college grounds have there's houses built in them. But yeah, on its flight from New York to London, it did its geodesic path coming over Nova Scotia, top of the Atlantic, Scotland, and then down the side of England. So it came past Airedale Valley, flew over East Friddlesden Cemetery and dropped a flower, a letter and a little wooden cross. The letter said, "Please put this on the grave of my father, who I believe is buried here." It later discovered that Hitler was planning to use these colleges. But I've got dice older than you. My eldest dice, which we'll see recorded in my collected works, date back to 1987, which is coming up 40 years ago. But anyway, keep going. Yes, when they eventually renovate this here path, it'll be a lot easier going and a lot less tripping. Yes, the autumn leaves dropped at the other side of the solstice, still around, but they won't be around for long. There'll be a fruit spring, and all the little earthworms come up and start doing their job, and then the moles eat the earthworms. It's the circle of life. Oh, sunset in my eyes. Don't like that. Do not like that. That's the thing. Working night shift. The rest of the world is awake. And I'm trying to get some kip with the sun straight in the eyes. And you know how it always finds that straight shaft straight to your eyes through the curtains when you're trying to get some kip. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You know your sleep patterns are shot when you're awake for both 4 o'clocks. 3 o'clock, well, that's just the life of a student. 2 o'clock, somebody was working late. But 4 o'clock, that's the real killer. The Killer, Adamski, 1990, sung and performed by Seal. You know how you get into the habit. You hear a song title, you name the year and the artist. I personally got into that habit when I used to grow up listening to Simon Bates' The Golden Hour every morning. Radio 1 as was, back when it was good. But anyway, only progress. Daffy Dandelions. Quickly. Traffic. We're good. Back along the back roads. Yes, you can see it was raining last night because there is water in the puddles. When there's less precipitation, they're just potholes with no water in and therefore not puddles. Well, look at that blue sky. Can you see that? Blue sky. Okay, there are several songs that have that in the lyrics. That will lead me down a rabbit hole I'm not about to go into right now. But anyway, no, I've actually still got the earworm of Adamski in my head. There are worse earworms. Suburbia. Trishy Pat hiding under the car. Awesome. Approaching some typical urban fauna here. So as we get closer, I'll introduce you, because they ain't going anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, I would introduce you to the common or urban traffic cone. In this particular case, guarding not roadworks, but a dirty great pothole. I'm now put in mind of a sign that was once put up by a farm track warning drivers, beware bog holes. And the writer of said sign was remonstrated with to say, did you mean bog owls? Because there's no way you put an H on the front of old. There's no pleasing some folk. Again, that's going to be a nice view when we get there. The problem is it's not shield the sun from you. You're going to get dazzled by having the sun straight in the camera, which is not best. Okay, our quarry is in sight. That's where we're going in to get milk, because we need, because we can. Yep, that's the Adamski baseline. Strangely enough, also got used for George Michael's rendition of Papa Was a Rolling Stone. It's strikingly appropriate for how well that bass line fitted with the completely different song than it was written for. But anyway, okay, yes, I'm going to be putting you in my Porsche for the moment, and I shall return.